Welcome, fellow history enthusiasts. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to After the Sirens and comment below. Your insights and questions fuel our journey into forgotten history. Today, we uncover 7 WWII gardening tricks that turned cramped spaces into bountiful food sources, techniques that were essential for survival during one of the most resource-strapped periods in modern history. Understanding these methods not only deepens your appreciation for the resilience of ordinary people during wartime, but also offers practical strategies you can apply today, even in an urban environment. Intensive planting allowed families to maximize every square inch of soil. During the war, British victory gardens and urban plots in Germany were often no larger than a balcony or back alley. Gardeners learned to plant crops much closer together than recommended in traditional guides, carefully staggering plant heights and roots to minimize competition. For example, carrots could be sown between rows of lettuce, allowing both to thrive. Applying this principle today, you can combine radishes with leafy greens in raised beds to make the most of limited garden space. Vertical gardening turned walls into productive land. Wartime gardeners didn't have access to large plots, so they used trellises, fences, and even makeshift lattices to grow peas, beans, and cucumbers upward instead of outward. This method freed ground space for root crops like turnips and beets. To replicate this technique now, use sturdy netting or shelves against a sunny wall and plant climbing crops. This not only multiplies yield, but creates a layered visual effect in small gardens or patios. Square-foot gardening simplified food production in confined areas. Pioneered in part during wartime out of necessity, this approach divides a plot into precise, manageable squares where different crops are rotated systematically. Each square receives the right soil amendments, water and sunlight. Implementing this today involves marking a small raised bed into 1-foot grids and assigning crops strategically, tomatoes in one square, basil in another, to minimize disease and maximize harvest. Companion planting, really enhanced growth and reduced pests without the need for chemicals. Gardeners in wartime Europe and America, they relied on clever plant combinations to deter insects and improve yield. For instance, planting onions alongside carrots repelled the carrot root fly, while beans grown near corn provided natural nitrogen enrichment. Modern gardeners can totally replicate this by pairing marigolds with tomatoes to ward off nematodes, or planting herbs like thyme near cabbage to prevent caterpillars. Understanding these historical pairings not only improves productivity, but also connects you to, proven wartime wisdom. Succession planting honestly kept the harvest continuous. WWII gardeners understood that timing was absolutely crucial. Instead of sowing an entire crop at once, they staggered planting dates, ensuring that fresh vegetables were ready to harvest throughout the growing season. Today, urban gardeners can mimic this by planting fast-growing crops like radishes every 2 weeks, or by rotating lettuces and kale in a single raised bed, ensuring a constant supply of fresh produce. Creative container gardening saved crops in unconventional spaces. With land at a premium, people turned to barrels, boxes, and even old bathtubs to cultivate food. This approach extended the growing season and allowed relocation of plants to optimize sunlight. You can apply this in modern apartments by repurposing containers for tomatoes, peppers and herbs. Layer soil depth according to crop needs, and remember to provide adequate drainage to avoid root rot, a lesson learned through wartime trial and error. Mulching and composting reduced waste and retained moisture efficiently. Food scraps, grass clippings and leaves became vital resources. WWII gardeners learned to enrich their soil while conserving precious water, a practice that also suppressed weeds. Today, creating a compost system at home and applying thick organic mulch around plants dramatically improves soil fertility and water retention, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers and frequent watering. These 7 techniques demonstrate not only the ingenuity required during WWII, but also how resilient gardeners maximized every possible resource. Whether you're growing food for survival, sustainability, or historical curiosity, applying these methods today can yield surprisingly abundant results. Intensive planting, vertical structures, companion planting and careful succession planning allow even the smallest urban plot to flourish, proving that necessity truly drives innovation. Thank you for exploring these forgotten WWII gardening tricks with us. If you found this guide valuable, make sure to subscribe to After the Sirens, share this video with fellow history buffs and survivalists, and leave a comment describing which of these methods you're eager to try. Your engagement keeps these historical lessons alive and ensures we continue uncovering the overlooked techniques that sustained generations during wartime.